Hey gamers, this is John. You know, violent video games have always been under a lot of fire in the United States of America. Whenever some piece of filth went on a killing spree, we have seen people like Jack Thompson say that video games turned our youth into violent sociopaths, which time and time again has been proven wrong. We gamers had to deal with religious groups saying that video games are evil because they are against God, which is also not true. Not to mention, politicians, including the current president, have been attacking video games for as far long as I know. At the age of 6, I played my first violent video game, which was the very first Mortal Kombat. Did that game turn me into a martial artist that spin kicks people around and performs these violent fatalities on opponents? Short answer, no. Does Call of Duty turn me into a soldier? No. Did Doom turn me into a demon-slaying space marine? No. 20 years ago, when the Columbine High School massacre happened, video games were blamed for it by Jack Thompson. Bullying played a large role in that incident, not video games. Then other incidents were blamed on video games such as Virginia Tech, Aurora, Sandy Hook, Parkland, and so on. Now here's the latest, folks. Brazil wants to make violent video games a crime. Estúpidos. According to Brazilian publication UOL, Federal Deputy Junior Bozella has put forward a new bill that would criminalize violent video games. The bill will introduce a change to the country's penal code to punish people with 3 to 6 months of jail time or fine if the person, for their own account or for others, develops, imports, sells, transfers, lends, makes available, or leases applications or electronic games that incite violence and crime. The punishment could be tripled if the offense involves mass media or the internet. In a statement, the deputy blamed trivialization of violence because young people are playing violent video games. The statement also said that games are to blame for the formation of violent and disturbed citizens. So the Brazilian government wants to put people in jail because of playing violent video games? That's a stupid law to try to pass, and I sincerely hope that it does not pass. You know what I'm saying? Studies have time and time again proven that video games do not turn kids or adults into violent sociopaths. Studies have also concluded that people aren't experiencing long-term emotional desensitization. And the good news, however, is that the bill hasn't been debated yet, and Brazil's politicians haven't had the chance to vote on it. However, if it is successful, the effects on Brazil's gaming industry could be devastating. Brazil's games industry has always been at a disadvantage due to how much new games and consoles cost in the region, and a ban on violent video games will only negatively affect that more. That's true. Politicians just don't get it when it comes to mass shootings. They never do. Instead of holding someone accountable for their own actions, they always have to find a fracking scapegoat into something. Whenever mass shootings happen, the media and the politicians never, ever have a logical explanation for why the shooter decided to kill a bunch of people. If it isn't fracking music, if it isn't movies, if it isn't TV shows, if it isn't something that they're reading, it's always something that they're fracking playing. That is not a logical explanation why the shooter decided to do that. Do not try to convince me that it was video games. Jeez. Some anti-gaming dumbass religious leader then decides to say, ban video games because they're evil and they're against God. Let me tell you something. I'm a non-denominational and I love to play video games. You got a problem with that? Well, stick it where the sun don't shine. Dios mío. Saying that video games cause violence is like saying that David killed Goliath by throwing a PS4 in his head. It's like saying that Genghis Khan was inspired by Assassin's Creed to conquer lands. It's also like saying that Cain bludgeoned Abel with a Nintendo Switch. This never ever ceases to amaze me, ever. When media and politicians want to twist things on a tragic event where a bunch of people lose their lives, they want to find a scapegoat instead of holding the shooter accountable. I hope that the gamers of Brazil stand up against this bill, including the Brazilian game developing companies. You know what I'm saying? If you people have something to say about this, then go ahead. Comment. Go for it. This is John, host of Video Games in the World. I'm out.